The myth of Lahar, the cattle god, and his sister Ashnan, the grain goddess, offers a fascinating insight into Sumerian mythology, echoing themes found in the Near Eastern Cain-Abel motif. Created on the sacred hill by Enki, and with their destinies shaped by Enlil, Lahar and Ashnan were brought into existence to provide the Anunnaki, the children and followers of the heaven god An, with essential sustenance and clothing. However, the Anunnaki could not effectively utilize their gifts, leading to the creation of humans to fulfill this need. Initially, humans were portrayed as beings who roamed and consumed like animals, devoid of clothing, reflecting their primal and unrefined state. This view underscores the Sumerian belief in the early human condition, much akin to sheep, underscoring a humble and rudimentary existence. As Lahar and Ashnan's contributions of cattle and grain grew, they brought immense prosperity to the assembly of gods. Yet their success bred conflict, as the siblings indulged in wine and quarreled over their fields and produce, each vying for superiority. This discord necessitated the intervention of Enlil and Enki, who ultimately resolved the dispute by declaring Ashnan, the goddess of grain and agriculture, as superior to Lahar, the god of cattle. The myth highlights the essential role humans played in bridging the gap between divine gifts and their practical application. Humans were created to utilize the bounty of Lahar and Ashnan effectively, transforming their primal existence into a more structured and purposeful life, capable of managing agriculture and livestock. This narrative not only underscores the significance of human creation, but also illustrates the evolution from a simple, animal-like existence to a more developed state, vital for sustaining the divine order. In essence, the tale of Lahar and Ashnan encapsulates the Sumerian worldview on the creation and purpose of humanity, highlighting their pivotal role in ensuring the sustenance and prosperity of the gods through the effective management of cattle and grain. The passage following the introduction is another poetic gem. It describes the descent of Lahar and Ashnan from heaven to earth and the cultural benefits which they bestow on mankind. In those days, Enki says to Enlil, "Father Enlil, Lahar and Ashnan, they who have been created in the Dulcug, let us cause them to descend from the Dulcug." At the pure word of Enki and Enlil, Lahar and Ashnan descended from the Dulcug. For Lahar, they, Enlil and Enki, set up the sheepfold, plants, herbs, and they present to him. For Ashnan, they establish a house, plow and yoke they present to her. Lahar, standing in his sheepfold, is a shepherd increasing the bounty of the sheepfold. Ashnan, standing among the crops, is a maid kindly and bountiful. Abundance of heaven, Lahar and Ashnan cause to appear. In the assembly, they brought abundance. In the land, they brought the breath of life. The decrees of the god they direct. The contents of the warehouses they multiply. The storehouses they fill full. In the house of the poor, hugging the dust, entering they bring abundance. The pair of them, wherever they stand, bring heavy increase into the house. The place where they stand they sate. The place where they sit they supply. They made good the heart of An and Enlil. But then Lahar and Ashnan drank much wine, and so they began to quarrel in the farms and fields. In the arguments which ensued, each deity extolled its achievements and belittled those of its opponent. Finally, Enlil and Enki intervened, but the end of the poem which contains their decision is still wanting.